Well, last week we had part 1, so guess what's coming up this week? Part
Part
B.
two.
No. Part 2.
Part two.
Part 2 of,
Recap of the year.
all of the other interviews that we've done. So many good highlights that we wanna share.
Yeah. So grateful that we were able to talk to some really amazing people, some that you knew better and some that I knew better, and some that we both knew, and just that they took the time to come on and talk on our little
They're
show.
so sweet.
Yeah.
And
So
share their expertise and share
Yeah.
their thoughts and ideas and inspiration. I think that's where this community really comes together, is just sharing
For sure.
sharing the ideas and encouragement.
Yep. Yeah. So enjoy. Well, thank you for being on with us today, Marc. We're so excited to pick your brain a little bit.
Right on.
Right? Yeah.
I think that their voice actors tend to operate more from the creative side of their brain and less from the business side of their brain. I just have the good fortune that my creative side of my brain is mostly dysfunctional, but I operate well from the business side. And so it gave me an opportunity to come in and teach. And so I really do think that's part of it. It doesn't come natural to us. We just want to be in the booth, right? You just want to be in the booth recording. You don't want to have to deal with all that other stuff. Just let me record the script. Let me act. Let me do what I do. And so the resistance is just a byproduct of that, right? The struggle then becomes that as the marketplace shifts, if you want to spend more time in the booth, you actually have to spend more time marketing, because that's how a lot of us are finding the bulk of our work now.
I know Sheryl is an actor. I know this because I met her about 27 years ago, and we performed together for quite a few years in improv shows, murder mysteries, that sort of thing, team bonding.
So yes, I have my own company, Sheryl Faye Presents Historical Women, and I'm celebrating my 20th anniversary this year, so very excited and grateful. So now I perform for a lot more than just schools. I perform for libraries, historical societies, senior centers, women's groups, church groups, temples, birthday parties, Girl Scout troops, you name it, I've done it. And yes, I go all over the country now performing for children and adults, which is just fantastic and really a dream come true.
Eric, we are so excited to have you on the show today. This is fun because I think this is the first time that you and I have actually spoken in person. We've been texting and emailing for I don't know how many years.
For years, yes.
For years. You were such an inspiration to me and such a good friend, and I appreciate our friendship.
I wanted to be able to show all sides of me, not just me having a deep voice, you know?
Yeah.
And that's how people kind of gravitate. They get to know who you are, you know? So I wanted to show kind of all sides of me. And I'm a humorous guy. If you hung around me, you know, I'm one of those guys that's always kind of tripping around and, you know, just joking around and stuff like that. And I like other people to be happy. I like to make people smile. You know, I grew up as the class clown in school and all that kind of thing. And it wasn't so much for attention. I like to see people happy.
Yeah, I get that so much.
And now one of my big things is just being kind, you know, because you don't know how the things you say might affect somebody or what they're going through at the time you say it.
Yep. Okay, Jess. Why do I have a wand? Because we have a magical guest today. Do you know who it is?
Magical unicorn.
We're going to let her in. Elley Ray. Come on now.
So, you know, when we talk about sort of classes or workshops, or I think it's all foolish. I mean, which is why in person for me, it's like, come and meet me at the top of the CN Tower and do the edge walk for $200. That's your workshop. That scare the bejeez out of yourself and move the needle.
Yeah.
Take a flamenco dancing class, take a circus class. When I'm with people in person, I'm like, I am not your voice is so gloriously magical without anybody telling you what needs to happen. So I stick a pin in your bum when you're doing stuff in person so you actually can react, or I squirt you in the face with a water pistol, because I'm not going to say button the back end, speed up this, do what, all that nonsense. It's just
that's
garbage.
Technical. It's not feeling. That's totally...
We'd love to hear a little bit more about who Henry is and your background, how you got started in all of this, and dive into a little bit more about what dialogue specialist means and how you can help voiceover artists.
I just like to keep it all very relatable and warm. And at the end of the day, it's it's your voice, it's your reel. And I absolutely want the voice actor to be 100% happy and proud to put that reel out and to showcase that.
Tina Perkins is on our show today. Thank you. Thank you so much for coming on here at last minute when I begged you.
I never have a schedule. I'm so by the minute. So I'm like, sure, I'll be there. No problem.
I love it. I love it.
When we talk about voiceover, the first thing I always say is it's a lot of work. You are literally running your own business and your voice is your product. It's not going to be easy. You're going to have to learn. If you don't know the editing and recording side of it, you need to learn that. You need to practice, and invest a lot of learning before you go out there and start auditioning.
So question. Oh,
yep. No, you go first.
Okay.
Both of us want to ask you.
I want to go next.
It's Michael's show, Jess. Let's let him talk.
It's my show. I'll decide who talks.
We heard it.
We appreciate you being here. And in solidarity with the 80s, 90s rocker picture you have on your website, Jess
Which
and I.
Fantastic.
Show him.
Nice.
Well, I have Schitt's Creek. Well, I've been a musician my whole life, so being in front of a microphone is not uncommon to me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Right.
And so when I came across voice actor or voiceover, I'm like, oh, you know what? Like, let me look into that. That might be something I could sink my teeth into. And within, I don't know, a week, I was as immersed in this as I was in music when I was 15.
It's a long game.
I'm looking for that continual progress. Always be doing something to move the needle. Make today better than yesterday, and tomorrow needs to be better than today. And as long as you're doing that, you will eventually reach that level of success, whatever success is to you.
Right.